back to the news at 10, and Wawodo joins us now in Business News.
Hello, welcome to Business News. The plugging of leakages in Nigeria can best be achieved through the integration of country's revenue collection system, and this comes from a renowned economist, Pt.3, while giving recommendations on the solution to the menace. He says all government agencies need to be aligned into a single appropriation process to block the various types of leakages in Nigeria's governance system.
The evidence of the leakage, you have so many. You are talking about the autonomy of revenue collecting agencies. I do not know anywhere else in the world where an agency will collect revenue on behalf of the government and has the liberty to first spend it as it wishes and only then declare a surplus and remit a fraction of the surplus into government coffers. So it will be better a situation in which all government revenue goes directly into government coffers and all government agencies are brought under a single appropriation process, including the Central Bank of Nigeria, Nigerian Ports Authority, NNPC, that all revenue collecting agencies should lose the autonomy to spend the revenue they collect and go through the same budgetary process as the army, as the police, as any other agency.
States in Nigeria need to develop their own economic model in order to make up for the shortfall in oil revenue. And this is the view of the partner and chief economist at PricewaterhouseCoopers, Mr. Andrew Nevin, during an interview with Channels Television. According to Mr. Nevin, various states have resources which can be tapped and developed for revenue generation.
Oil is only 11% of the GDP. The problem in Nigeria is that it was 70% of the government revenue, is almost 95% of the export. So there's a tremendous imbalance in the way the Nigerian economy works. And some of the state governments receive over 90% of their revenue from the oil allocation. So when the oil allocations drop by more than 50%, essentially their revenue's been cut in half, and we have this crisis. We think there's a few things that need to happen on this. First, every state has to figure out its own economic strategy.
Nigeria's equities market only opened for 4 trading sessions this week as the federal government declared Friday the 17th and Monday the 20th, 2015 public holidays at the end of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The all-share index lost 2.15% week on week to close at 31,747.99 points. Kevating leads the week's gainers chart with a 27 kobo gain. Ecobank Transnational's share price went up by 1 naira, while oil dealer Forte gained 8 naira and 10 kobo by the end of the week. On the losers charts, Transnational Express had 33 kobo shaved off its share price for the week, and Computer Warehouse lost 72 kobo, while Transcor's share price had dipped 38 kobo. On the volumes chart now, the financial services-led activities selling 928 million units. The conglomerates had a turnover of 76.5 million shares, while the oil and gas industry followed with 67.8 million shares. During the 4 trading days of the week, investors had traded 1.18 billion shares worth 20.2 billion naira and exchanged in 14,349 deals. The financial markets and businesses across the country remain shut for the Eid al-Fitr holidays as Muslims celebrate the end of Ramadan this weekend through to Monday next week. Meanwhile, the market ended with lower levels of liquidity this week as rates rose in the financial system. The open market operations of 124.5 billion naira boosted liquidity in the money market, while the open buyback and overnight rates decreased to 8.1% and 8.8% respectively. With bullish trade in the bond market, yields declined across the curve to about 15.3%, while mixed sentiments ended Treasury bills market at 13.8%. And at the interbank market, the naira closed flat against the greenback at 199 naira 5 kobo. Analysts are, however, expecting the CBN to retain rates at the next MPC meeting next week. Well, that's it on Business News for now. Thank you so much for watching. I am Anne Nwawado. Amarachi will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
Next on the news at 10, Nigeria's Super Falcons on the verge of missing out in the 2016 Olympic Games after playing a 1-1 draw with Equatorial Guinea in the final qualifiers. We have more on that story in sports news. Please stay with us.